So, here we are again. Just me and you.
Yep.
And the listening audience.
Man, we sound so sad. Come on, let's get excited. Woo! It's that time of year where
Why are you trying to kill me?
yeah,
Yeah. It's that time of year where
people get colds.
Yeah. We sound awesome, right? Right? We sound fucking great.
L22, a little stuffy nose.
Just a little bit. But stuffy nose can't keep me from the metal. So anyway, let's get right into it, Murmaider. You fucking motherfucker. You did a review this week for a band from Spain. España, if you will.
Now, the title of this band's a little hard to pronounce.
Alright, make sure you just try your best.
It's In Loving Memory.
That sounds right. Good job.
Yep, that's the band that I reviewed. Yes, they are from Spain. They are a melodic doom metal band, and I loved this new album. The name of the album is Negation of Life. It came out in 2011, but I have to say it's been a while since I've heard since I've heard some newer bands, some newer death doom metal bands that really come up with some really good music. But I have to say that one of the main things that really stood out to me in this album was the vocals from the lead singer Juanma, and he just did a spectacular job throughout the entire album. He just produced this low, deep, like evil growling throughout the entire album, and it was really moving. And there's a song called "Even a God Can Die," which was the first song on the album, and that's definitely got to be it's a great opener. And he does an amazing job with like the heavy growls that he delivers on top of the double bass drumming that goes on, and the depressive guitar chugging and whatnot. And it's definitely a great track. And another one of my favorite songs on the album was "Shimmering Divinity," which I found really interesting because the verses were kind of mixed in with like a breakdown, in a sense, where he would come in with his vocals, and then like out of nowhere the guitars would stop for a second and then like drop back in really heavily. And yeah, it was really different than what I've ever like heard before. So I really liked that part too, and the song structure was really cool. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely an album that I will be going back to a lot throughout this year. I would definitely check it out if you get a chance. If you're a big Doom fan, then definitely check these guys out.
I do want to mention the album was released through Solitude Productions, which is a Russian label, I believe, and they've put out a lot of great stuff. The album you reviewed last week from Mare Infinitum is also on Solitude Productions.
Oh yeah.
They seem to really Tears of Mankind. You reviewed that as well. Mm-hmm. Fading Waves, that's on there too. I mean, they're really putting together quite the roster of really great up and coming metal bands.
Yeah.
Which is it's crazy, and yeah. I don't think enough people have really checked them out. You guys got to check out their store. It's solitudestore.com. You can get a lot of those albums I just mentioned that Murmaider's reviewed, and a lot of great other stuff, but some good black metal on there. I know I've gotten The Howling Void, I remember getting from there, and there was one other band, but I can't remember what it is right now, but they got a lot of doom, a lot of folk, a lot of black metal, so check that shit out. Anyway.
Well, Hell 22, you also did a review last week from the new Lethian Dreams album, right?
I did. This was one that, again, you reviewed one of their albums last year, and you kind of pushed me into listening to them, so they just released a new album called Season of Raven Words. They are a French band, which the French are just doing amazing things with doom. So it's a melodic doom metal album. I would say that's a fair way to call it. Very atmospheric music. A lot of really heavy, distorted guitars. But what really impressed me most was the vocals. And I think you felt the same way.
Yeah.
Carleen Von Roos is the singer, and her vocals are just mind-blowing. She's got this way of being really beautiful, but so fucking sad at the same time. Like, you kind of want to cut your wrists while petting a puppy. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
And her vocals just make the whole thing. But what really hammered it home wasn't even the guitar work as much as the drumming. Because, like, the drumming, each kick drum just cuts through your speakers. I was really impressed with the album they put out. Every song was great, and the album seems short, despite the fact I want to say it's 40 plus minutes long, but it really just kind of goes by so fast.
Yeah.
And I just can't say enough good things about it. You reviewed the album Just Passing By and Unreleased Requiems, which they released last year, and I know you felt the same way about a lot of it. She's fucking great. One of the better female vocalists, especially in the doom realm, because she manages to keep that slow doom tempo without losing any of the power in her voice.
Yeah.
So definitely give the album a listen. I think you guys will be very, very pleased with what you hear. And you can get that on their site as well, I believe, so you should check that out and go fucking buy it so they can make more, because I want to hear more. Like now. More music, more metal music. So anyway, let me give you guys a quote. Just a quote. Murmaider, you know what I'm going to say. Here's the quote. Drake, yes, Drake the rapper, Drake is the best songwriter of this generation. Someone said this. Actually said this out loud. I heard it. It was said directly at me, followed by a list of reasons why the person believed this to be true.
Yeah.
We've talked about this, and we do not agree.
No.
I'm actually very much in disagreement with this. So we wanted to talk about songwriting. And now, obviously, there's two parts to that. There's musical songwriting, and there's lyrics.
Right.
So we wanted to throw out some of the people that we consider to be the best songwriters of both realms. So Murmaider, why don't you start us off? Let's talk about music first.
Okay.
Who are some of your favorite musical songwriters?
Well, when it comes to musical songwriters, a couple names that come into my head are Luca Torelli.
Of course, of Luca Torelli's Rhapsody.
Yeah, formerly from Rhapsody of Fire. And Tobias Sammet also from Ed Guy.
Yeah.
And Avantasia. And really, I mean, more of his side project, Avantasia, I feel like deserves much attention from anyone who hasn't, or from anyone who's looking for just some great song structure and writing. I mean, between these two guys, Luca Torelli is just a mastermind when it comes to like orchestrated music, and
oh yeah,
he's a wizard on the guitar, and he's incredible. All the stuff that he's done, all the different side projects that he's done, and his main stuff. I mean, the stuff that he can do compared to, again, Drake, the rapper. It's just so different.
It's fucking laughable.
It's just so. I mean, I don't know how well Drake can play guitar, or
for some reason I'm going to say not very well.
Yeah, or conduct a symphony. But I don't know. Yeah, that just kind of made me laugh. Anyone that you can think of that comes to mind for musical?
Well, I mean, musically, I think Tobias Sammet has to be somebody, like you said.
Yeah.
But I think one of the ones that we can go back to, and we seem to go back, this is like our standby now for everything, is Dan Klein from Appalachian Winter.
Yeah.
Especially when you have someone who's doing everything themselves, from every piece of music to every vocal.
Yeah, he does
everything.
All. Yep.
It's impossible to...
Yeah, like that right there is definitely... is clearly, someone that you could put under that list.
Yeah.
A one-man band that literally does everything.
Because that's where you go from being a songwriter to being a composer.
Right.
Or you are now responsible for everything, every piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
Now, I don't know, does Drake make his own beats? And even if he does, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
I mean, this is hard to compare, of course, because it's all different genres in general. But when it just comes to, I guess when you're just saying artists, you're talking about not only lyrics but also, how talented you are at writing, and putting together a song. But,
yeah. I mean, when you're putting together a beat, you're putting together a couple layers. When you're, let's say let's take Josh Young from Astral Winter. You're layering together epic black metal.
Yeah.
This isn't like, a guitar, bass, drum, and that's it. You're talking multiple guitar layers, bass layers, drum layers, keyboard layers, orchestrated strings.
Yeah.
Putting that together with lyrics is a far more daunting task than writing. Let me give you a little comparison here. This is the Drake song Headlines. Let me give you some lyrics, all right?
Okay.
Now, when we had this discussion with this person also said that you can't take certain songs because they're, quote, singles, and singles don't count. Because, you just put out a single so people listen, but you still wrote it. So if you are proud enough to put this on your album, guess what?
Yeah.
Just take the heat for it. So let me give you a couple lyrics. This is the first verse of the song Headlines. I'm going to give you from about halfway to the end of the verse, okay? And they sayin' I'm back, I'd agree with that. Notice the line ends with that. I just take my time with all this shit, I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, oh, I needed that. They say, wanna see me pick back up, well, where'd I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Tuck my napkin in my shirt, cause I'm mobbing like that. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. You're gonna make someone around me catch a body like that.
What the fuck?
No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Because one of us goes in and we all go through it. Now here's the line. Ready? Check this out. Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gonna pay it. Those my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. Now the chorus... Let me just give you the chorus here. The chorus is, they know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah. The reel is on the rise. It has nothing to do with Gorillas or Planet of the Apes, unfortunately for Dennis. The reel is on the rise, so fuck them other guys. I even gave them a chance to decide. Now it's something they know. They know, they know, they know. Now what the fuck? You tell me that this is even a top 100 songwriter of this generation. Come on. You rhyme the word that with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking times. You rhyme that with that. Aren't there enough words that end in AT?
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I didn't know it was like that.
Oh, see, you can't even avoid it now. Oh my god.
Where's Chester when you need him?
Oh yeah, we need Chester here for this, because Chester, has a little insight on this, and Chester was actually at one point part of this conversation amongst some other people, and wow. I mean, obviously that's one song, so I'm not going to say that is a complete representation of all of Drake's lyrics, but now let's look at the lyrical side of metal, and let's see what we got. Now, one of my favorite lyricists, with the exception of one song, is Jonas from Catatonia.
Okay.
Because I think his lyrics are emotionally involved.
Now, of course, Catatonia has a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of stuff. And I honestly, over the course of the band, I feel like his lyrics have gotten even better as time's gone on. I think lyrically, Night is the New Day might be their strongest album.
Yeah.
But, you have, people like Jonas. And even take Tobias Sammet again. The Avantage album, The Scarecrow... I mean, lyrically, that's a fucking amazing album.
Yeah.
From, the heavier songs to the ballads, he's got everything flows, and he's such a great lyricist.
Yeah.
He doesn't rhyme that with that over and over again.
No.